What is going on, everyone? It's Kelly here, and in this video it's going to be a how to build stone crab traps. Now, the season in Florida typically is from October to May 1st, and although we're kind of mid-season right now, better late than never, we're going to give it a go the last few months of season to see if we can't catch any stone crabs around the area I live. So I already put together one trap, as you guys see here. We have our entrance for the crabs where they will climb up the trap, get into this trap, because in the trap is going to be loaded with some nice smelly bait. We have our latch here. We have the two hinges pieces we got to screw in. We have our piece of wood here that is a escape for crabs if your trap gets lost or stolen or cut off, or somehow you can't find your trap. Within time, this piece of wood will rot out and anything in the trap can escape. Finley stole a piece of my trap, which I have to get back from him. Something new with the stone crab traps is there's this hole that you have to drill into your trap, and this will allow smaller crabs to escape the trap. These traps I bought from Cudjoe Sales in the Florida Keys, right here. That's where I buy all my stone crab traps, and everything is included in the trap with what you need. As for the traps, the pieces that go with the traps, the screws, the pieces of wood, it even comes with a claw measuring stick, comes with some rope, some weights to put on the rope. You do have to get something to saw out the hole for the trap, and then I have a bucket, and you need to buy some cement, and you need a drill. So you just need the drill, the cement, and then the hole saws to cut the hole in the trap. But pretty much everything's included in the trap, so they're super easy and ready to build. What do you think you're doing? No, that's not for you. So first thing I do is I lay out each side of the trap in a group. So I have my 5 sides here, 5 sides here for a trap, 5 sides here for a trap. The traps do not come with a bottom piece because you're going to cement that in. I lay out my 4 sides. The sides with these little edges on them is where the concrete gets poured into. So that's going to be the base of the trap. Finley's stealing more pieces. And then you'll have 2 of these pieces and 2 of these pieces with the different edges. So you see here, this flat edge will align in this puzzled edge right here. It'll slide right in. This edge slides right in. This edge slides in here. This edge slides in here. Which, I mean, if you get the pieces mixed up, you'll figure it out when you start putting it together. What you doing, Finn? When I do the 4th side, I usually flip it over. That way I can see. It makes it a little easier to put that piece in. You can use like a rubber mallet if you want, but honestly, I've never had issues. I just slide them right in with my hands. Flip it back over. Now we do the lid. You're gonna have 2 of these little hinge pieces with the holes in them. I put the bigger side of the hole facing on top of the trap, and then they're super easy to pull apart with your fingers. You just simply put them here and pop them right on. And then you're going to want to just slide them right onto the top of that frame. Just like that. The trap door will move a little bit, but it should be flush to the trap. Make sure it's flush, and then you can screw in those hinges. As for our little door piece here, this is what's going to close the trap, so when you put the trap in the water, all your bait doesn't come floating out when the door opens. You want to put this on the outer frame of the trap where you screw it in. That way you can open, close, and latch it shut so it does not open. This video is sponsored by Upside. Now I know cash can be a little tight to start the new year, especially after the holidays, but that's why there's Upside. And look at the upside, you get cash back. The free Upside app gets you cash back on gas, groceries, and dining. There's over 100,000 participating locations, which means you get cash back opportunities pretty much everywhere you go. And yes, it's cash back, it's not points. It's money you can transfer straight into your bank account. All you have to do is open the app, claim the offer, use your credit card like normal, or scan the receipt, and that's it. So I'm playing a little game with myself for this year in 2026, and that's how much cash I can get back on purchases that I'm already making, like groceries and gas. And so far I'm already at 35 bucks. The Upside app has given $1 billion back to its users, and if you want to see how much money you could earn back, all you gotta do is download the free Upside app, use my promo code KELLY, and you can get 25 cents back per gallon on your first tank of gas. That's promo code KELLY, and you get 25 cents back per gallon on your first tank of gas. And then for your front door, this is where the crabs are gonna make their way into the trap. Super simple, the hole's already lined up for you. Pretty explanatory piece, you just pop it right where it goes. Finley, you nut. Hey, Finn. Oopsie. You are drilling into plastic, so you want to make sure you don't strip the plastic. Now, something which I did the second time on the trap is when we put in that wooden piece, it might be easier to put in the wooden piece before you put all the sides on, but it's not the end of the world. You can still put it in when you got the trap built. The piece goes into this little groove right here. Take your 2 screws. And you're going to want to put a little pressure on that wooden piece with your other hand and drill in that wood piece. Or you could just go like that. Just like that. And now it's time for Operation Drill the hole in the trap so the mini crabs can escape. You could do this any part of the process. You can do it before you put the traps together, but I'm putting it after we put the traps together. So I went ahead and made myself a little table with the other traps. We have our bit right here. And we're gonna go ahead and drill a hole right here in the trap. And then we'll just place our little piece over it and drill that in. Inspect it, Finley. Is it correct? All right, we got the okay from Finley. Perfect.
It's hard. It is hard.
Because where is it going to sit? Wherever it sits, that's where the hole goes.
So you get to wait for it to bite.
Boom. Perfecto. These are looking good. I'm going to use 4 screws per hole frame. Doesn't have to be perfect. The hole's just got to be in the trap. So they put a bunch of these little holes here just so you have some to choose from depending on where the hole is. Should cut out on the trap. Perfect. Last but not least, we have our concrete that we have to pour into the traps. I went ahead and set my traps on a flat surface with some cardboard underneath. You can probably use plastic wrap as well, but I got a bunch of old Amazon boxes, so why not reuse them to help me make some stone crab traps. Got a 5-gallon bucket. I have some Quick Creek.
Weapon of choice.
Weapon of choice.
Knife or saw.
Let's do the knife. Poke a little hole. Oh, hi, Finn. Poke a bigger hole.
Should have gone with the saw.
I think the last time I messed with concrete is like 4 years ago when I made stone crab traps. Uh-oh. Finley, get on up out of here. Oh. I was trying to use half the bag. Finley, go on, get. Leave the saw on the ground for Finley to step on. We're gonna add our water, and I have just a little shovel here. It was like 97 cents at Walmart just to mix it, and we're gonna pour it in. Reach that water to the bottom. Probably gotta stick to the bottom a little more. So we're gonna have to add a little more concrete to this one, but you want to make sure it covers and gets inside of these lips on the outside of the traps. You get the corners really good, and then make sure there's no air bubbles. Air bubbles can make your concrete weak, and you want to be careful when you're throwing traps in the water. Your concrete's not solid, could break. All right, let me layer it one more time. Oh.
Oh yeah.
Sick. On my face still?
Yeah.
Nice. Got it?
Yep.
Another thing you could do is you can get chicken wire and you can put it in between the layers of concrete to maybe strengthen your concrete a little bit more, but not necessary. Really good. And there we go. I feel like I'm a kid playing in wet sand. I'm kind of just tucking it into the frame. There we go. And we repeat that 4 more times. We have our traps cemented and laying out to dry. I went ahead and I had some shells and I put some designs in each of the traps. That one unfortunately hardened a little too much before I could push shells into it, just to make them fun. I do have to get another bag of cement to fill the last trap. 2 bags weren't enough, so I'd get 3. I went ahead and strung up my buoys to this piece of PVC that I'm throwing away, but that way I can spray paint them. Not necessary, but just something I like to do. As for the ropes, I went ahead and cut 10-foot sections of ropes, and I'm going to go ahead and tie them onto the traps. I just tie it on the corner here, and I'm not sure what this knot's called. I just use it for all my fishing knots. It's pretty sturdy. And then a couple feet up from the trap, which is about like 5 or 6 feet from the buoy, 2 small knots with a little weight. And then, of course, the buoy at the end of the rope. The weight on the line is to make sure the rope is straight under the buoy. That way, it's less likely for boats to come run over that rope, so it's not just kind of dangling all over the place on the surface. I have beach glass seafoam color. I'm going to spray paint the buoys just to make them fun and personalize them. And then I got to fill in that last trap, but other than that, we just got to wait for them to dry. Just putting it in that first section right there. How I make my knot, cross it, loop with my finger, bring it under, have a long tag line, and I wrap it about 3 or 4 times. 3, 4. Make sure it's lined up. And I bring that tag line through that loop over the main rope. And I pull this tag, kind of pull them at the same time, get my knot to where I want it, take my foot and anchor it, and pull it tight. Just like that. There we go. That's my knot. I'm gonna put a knot, 2 knots in my line to anchor that weight. Couple feet up from the trap, just your regular knot, just like that, and then thread my weight onto the rope. And you want to make sure when you're cutting your rope you burn the end so it doesn't start to unravel. Move that all the way down to your knot. And then tie another knot above the weight so it stays in place. Just like so. As for putting the buoys on, I just did a little overhand knot right there. Put the buoy on so it hits the knot, and then just doing another one on the top. Just like that. just like that, all of our traps are complete. Now, there are a couple things you have to do before you go out and set your stone crab traps. And that is, you have to have a big letter R, capital letter R, on your buoy if you're recreational. You can have 5 traps per person. And then you also have to have the information on your trap of your full name, your address, and then your license number for your stone crab traps. I'm gonna go ahead and get like a plastic piece, punch a hole in it, and zip tie it to the trap, and use a Sharpie marker and just attach it to the trap that way. I guess you could get like a silver Sharpie marker and write it on the trap. However, I'm gonna be making videos with the traps, and a lot of growth can grow on the traps as well, so it might cover up the information. But those are some things you have to do before you set out these traps. Well, other than having to put cement in this trap, I am all done for the day. Thank you guys for watching the video. If you guys were building stone crab traps, I hope this video helped you out. If you were just watching for entertainment, well, I hope it was entertaining. So, right now this video is ending. Thank you for watching. Be sure to subscribe to the channel. Give this video a thumbs up. Be sure to check out the Kelly Young merch at kellyyoungshop.com, and we'll see you guys on the next one. See ya.